LSU football is back, and the Vernon Verdict has more exclusive footage of spring practice day 2. Let's jump right into it. We spoke with Brian Kelly, and he let us know that 9 LSU players are currently running over 20 miles per hour. If you want to compare that to last year, we only had 1 player running over 20 miles per hour. So that goes to show you how much speed and how much strength has changed in this team. He said all in all that LSU is going to be bigger, faster, and stronger this year. They just need to find schemes and ways to translate that on the field. LSU's improved in a lot of position groups, most importantly, the defensive back room. However, they got a lot of new leadership changes, whether it be the wide receiver room getting a little overhaul, or you even got the linebacker room needing some people to step up. The coach has kind of changed, and some coaches have different roles than they did last season. All in all, I think LSU's on track to be one of the more premier teams in college football next year. Let's dive right into why. First off, you're going to have probably the most defensive back talent at LSU that you've had in the last 5 years. They're pretty deep, and they got a lot of versatility. Brian Kelly is even open to taking some of the safeties and moving them around different positions on the field. They got a lot of depth. They got guys like Denver Harris. They got guys like J.K. Johnson. They got guys like Deuce Chestnut. They're all transfers who came in here and are going to provide a pretty pivotal role in that room. They're going to help add that much-needed size to the room. They're going to help add that much needed speed compared to last year, but also look at guys coming back from last year. You got Major Burns, you got Sage Ryan, you got Greg Brooks, major talent. A lot of starters, a lot of key pieces that are going to help improve LSU on that defensive side of the ball that they were already so good at. More updates on the defensive side of the ball will be things like the jack position getting a couple of new faces as well as its own coach. You're going to have guys in the jack position have to battle between coverage and blitzing, getting to the quarterback and securing the run or, the check downs or the short passes over the middle of the field. You're going to want that coach hemmed in and fine-tuning all the little details of that position, because if you got the defensive line coach doing it, he might miss a couple things. He might be too focused on this or this. It's just easier to spread the knowledge with such an important position. It was great to see Mason Smith back out there in the pads. First time we're going to be seeing him since the Florida State game last year. He's recovered pretty well, pretty quick turnaround, I'd say. I expect big things from him. He's ready to go on that revenge tour, but, seeing Big Zero back out there was really exciting. You got a pretty interesting problem that they're going to pose to offenses next year. What are they going to do? If you double block Mason Smith, he still has a chance to get through, but then you're going to have to single block Harold Perkins, and that's going to be quite concerning. So if you double block Harold Perkins on the edge and stop him from getting to your quarterback, now you got Big Mason Smith running through the middle, getting to your quarterback. So I think, this defensive scheme paired with that defensive back depth will be light years better than last year. Matt House was getting the guys ready, warmed up early this morning, and just letting them know, hey, you're here at LSU playing premier football. We're not taking shortcuts. We're not taking breaks. We're not jogging around the field. We're going out there and we're giving 110% day in and day out. And I think, that I've seen a lot of growth in that area and on that side of the ball, which is one of the more important things. That's what's going to get the ball back to your scorers, to your playmakers, and Jayden Daniels and Josh Williams and Malik Nabers. Let's bring it to that side of the ball. We talked about Jayden Daniels a little bit, and Brian Kelly said, all in all, LSU had to recruit him back. And how they do that is they let Jayden know, hey, job's not finished here. We can improve you in this, or this. We can help you in this type of workout regimen. We can help you level up your game to get to the NFL, to be with the Bryce Youngs and the C.J. Strouds that you see JD5 training with. And, with him training with people like that, he learns a lot of great things. The running back position is going to be one of the more problem-filled areas for LSU. They're kind of thin there. You got 9 total LSU players that are missing right now with injury, and that'll, 8 will be back for the June summer program, but one of those 9 guys that won't be back will be Armani Goodwin in the running back position. So we saw Noah Kane out there, we saw Josh Williams out there, and we did see Armani, but it's not the full contact, it's not the full go, it's not the full installment of what these guys will be doing in the fall. So we'll get a little better taste of that running back room more towards August, late July-ish. I think that it's not much of a problem right now. We got Jayden Daniels as a heavy running quarterback, so we know that he'll be able to make up in that area for sure. He was our leading rusher last season, so I don't think, that that's the alarm bells sounding is what we're hearing. What we're hearing is growth and development, and we expected that. We're in year 2 under Brian Kelly. Sure, we went to the SEC title game last year. Sure, we got high expectations. But all in all, LSU's still growing. And at the rate they're growing, it's going to get better and better and better. It's only going to grow more exponentially. You're going to get better talent coming in the recruits. You're going to get better talent coming in the transfer portal. And these guys are all going to iron sharpen iron. You got a lot of guys who got SEC title game experience now, and they can take that into the next game or the next or the next. And the SEC doesn't look the same as it did this year. LSU has a lot better chance when we're looking at them preseason. I think that, if you can highlight your strong suits, which would be the insane amount of talent you have at skill positions, especially in guys like wide receiver room, I think that they're going to be able to capitalize quickly. Look at the top guy in the wide receiver room this year. It'll be Malik Nabers. He has a great relationship with Jayden Daniels, and you saw the two light it up all season last year with Malik leading in receiving yards. He capped it off with a phenomenal Citrus Bowl performance where he outperformed a lot of people's expectations once again. I don't see how Malik was that underrated last year. We saw Kayshon Boutte come back, but you can see from about week 2 to week 3 that he wasn't having his best year. Malik was instantly the guy, and he filled in the shoes pretty well. So, this would even be his first year as wide receiver 1. Technically, he had some times as wide receiver 1 last year. But all in all, after speaking with Brian Kelly a couple times through spring training, after seeing LSU a couple times, I'm feeling like the process is going in the right direction. LSU is trending upwards towards that college football playoff. And, next year when we're looking at this, it'll be even more exciting as you're looking at a 12-man playoff rather than a 4-man. If you're asking me right now, today, can LSU have a shot at the 4-man playoffs this year? I'm saying yes. I'm saying they might have one of the best shots in college football. But if you're asking me a 12-man, lock it down. That's one of the safest bets as ever. I think once that 12-man opens up, you'll see a lot of LSU in the college football playoff, and hopefully you'll see a lot more national championships. Stay on the lookout for more LSU football coverage. We'll be going to the spring practices, getting the photos, getting the videos, getting the up-close and personal information that we love to bring you. This has been the Vernon Verdict. We bring you sports talk on the go. You know where to follow us. Links in description. We got you all your LSU football news on TikTok, on Facebook, on Instagram, and even on Twitter. Make sure to hit those links, hit the follow button, hit the like button on this video if you enjoyed it. Leave a comment. Tell me what you think about LSU and where they're going to be in the CFP rankings in 2023. This has been the Vernon Verdict. Thanks for watching. Go Tigers.